Hi guys, Lucas Zelezny, SEO.London here, and I wanted to talk today again about gap analysis, but this time I wanted to take an extra mile and show you how to take a couple of gap analysis and combine into one. So what I have here, what you see on the SEMrush screenshot, where I'm taking data from TimeBro, weekly, time log, easy project, get harvest. Get harvest is absolutely dominant here. And I'm using option all. So all keywords, doesn't matter which of the website is ranking. Yeah. And when we have this, so we can say, okay, we have here gap A, and we have here gap B, which I will copy and paste into this. So I have everything into one sheet. Now I can make this a bit bigger. I can zoom it so you will see this better. And let's start combining this into one sheet, all in one. And what I'm doing, I'm copying everything from gap A and I'm copying everything from gap B below. When I have this done, I need to leave only these things that I'm interested the most. I cannot use I cannot use rankings because they are mixed right now, so I'm removing them. I will get back to them in a moment, and I'm removing everything after competitors, including URLs. So I have search volume, keyword difficulty, and cost per click. Now I will start combining, make this a bit bigger. I will start combining gap A and gap B into one lovely gap. So I want definitely rankings. VLOOKUP, this gap A, comma 2, comma false, and we'll do here few tricks. If error, then 0. And we know straight away that timecamp is ranking on position 75. So now I'm going to copy this formula for 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then the same with gap B, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Why 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6? Because this is like second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth column. Yeah, we can see this clearly. Now the same I will do with URLs. URL of timecamp, and we'll go here, and I can take this formula. I remember that URL starts from position 13, so I can put 13. I can see that timer is position 74 with that URL. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then gap B, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. When we have all of this, we can now populate this down. It will take a moment, and we have it done. Now, to make this spreadsheet a bit lighter, I will remove the formulas, and I will make this values. Perfect. Gap A and gap B I can remove now, because these two spreadsheets done their job and are not important anymore, because everything what is valuable and what we wanted to have is in this spreadsheet. But it's very likely that in gap A and gap B there were the same keywords. We have here 64,742. Let's make sure that we have only one time each keyword. And I can use the function deduplicate, but this function can break Excel many times with the big amount of data. Because of that, we'll go around. So deduplicator always. So I sorted keywords alphabetically. At the beginning, it always equal 1. And now if the given one is the same as the one above, then the duplicator plus 1, otherwise reset to 1. So the value in the duplicator can be 1 or 2, and here is 2, so we can see immediately that here is duplication. We copy this, we paste this with values only, so it doesn't dynamically changing, and now we will sort this by the duplicator, and now we have on the top of the spreadsheet all the keywords with 1. So the first repetition, and everything with 2 is duplication, is repetition of what was above. And that's why we will highlight this, and you can see that around 6,000 keywords or 8,000 keywords were a duplication from gap A and gap B. So we have this done, we don't need duplicator. Now we will add 4 more columns, and we'll call them match, average, prior, and vector. Match, 10 competitors minus count if this that contain 0. So we have 1. If we don't this correctly, match must be between 1 and 10. 1 means that there is 1 competitor's ranking on this crazy CLSK keyword, which can be meaningless, but is also something that this competitor is ranking. Tracking is 2, because there is my hours and get harvest that are ranking on /tracking. Now average, sum of rankings divided by match, and priority, search volume divided by square of average plus divide square of average multiply by cost per click. If cost per click is higher, that means that this keyword is desired not only for paid campaign, but probably also for an organic campaign. If search volume is higher, priority is also going higher. And if our average ranking of the competitors is closer to 1, then of course priority is going higher, and other way around when these metrics are going other way around. And then vector, text join, delimiter will be hyphen, skip empty, and we will go with this. Now we will populate this all down. The next step, we will sort this by match, largest to smallest, then by M vector, alphabetically, and inside this priority, largest to smallest. Click, and this is how long it took. It's sorting right now around 59,000 records. So it can take a moment. Give me and it's sorting this triple time. I will not be pausing because it's ready. And we can see that the keywords that makes the most competitors, the most websites ranking is track your time for 30 days. It's 7 websites out of 10. The only one that doesn't rank is Timebro, Weekly Time, and Easy Project. Everyone else is ranking. So once we have this, again, I will remove formulas and I will paste this as values. There is a few more things. We will add here supportive column, which is G hash. G hash is always 1 at the beginning, and if M vector, so the group of keywords, equal the same what is above, then keep G hash the same. Otherwise, increase G hash by 1. G hash is calculating how many groups we have and how big these groups are. So here is group 3, and all these keywords should belong to the same kind of article, landing page, blog post, and so on and so on. Just to make this a little nicer, we can put here group, and we will do group. And now we can see this clearly. What else we can do? First of all, let's make sure that we will also resign from formulas, because I don't want this spreadsheet to start working slow. We will add 2 more. One is group size, and the other one is group count. Group size, it is count if this or this. So we can see that right now in group 3 we have 9 keywords. And because everything I sorted triple time by match, by group, and then by priority, I can also prioritize keywords inside the group. To do this, if group given equal group both, then take counter increase by 1, otherwise reset to 1. And this is like, take a look. 9 keywords in the group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and here is another group. Here will be group 5 that contain 3 keywords, and it's 1, 2, 3, and group 6 also contain 3 keywords, 1, 2, 3. It looks a little confusing initially, but that's our 2 different groups which contain keywords. Let's go extra mile. Let's add here unigrams. And before I will add these unigrams, I will make sure that again we have here only text, not formulas, because over time spreadsheet can be complicated. What I like is definitely to go with what, how. But what other unigrams we can use? Let's try to measure what unigrams exist the most. To do this, we will go to new spreadsheet, and I will paste here all the keywords that we have in the original spreadsheet, and then I will take text to column, space, and I will do this like. Why? Now I will copy this 8 times, moving by 1. And I will do pivot here to count what words, what unigrams exist the most. And let's take maybe first 40. Okay, we have first 40. Of course, we can do len here, and we can measure length of each and exclude everything what contain less than 3 characters, because that is, take a look, a, as well as in, of, is, do. We don't need this. Now we can go here and we can sort this alphabetically, and we will remove apps. We will remove because app and apps, one contain another. Best, calculator, calendar, clock. 4 also is too wide. How we already have. What we already have. Here is tracker, tracking. Tracker and tracking we can remove because we have track. We have, what else we have here? Online, Excel, free. Free is also a bit like 2. Okay, we have 23. So what we can do next, we can paste them here with transpose. And now I will skip it, and I will go here, and I will add 23 columns. Now you can see that this spreadsheet is getting a little complicated, but at the end, you will see what I mean. So we have all these things here. And now we will be tagging each of the keyword with these unigrams. So find given unigrams in given keywords. If error, then change this to blank. If this equal blank, then keep blank, otherwise replace with given unigram. And we will block this like that. Time track. Track your time. We have this already tagged. We will populate this down. See, it's taking a bit of time. So what I will do, I will pause that. And voila. We have everything tagged. The last thing that left is to add here subcluster, text, join, again, delimiter, hyphen, skip empty, and that area. And we have lovely subclusters right now that we know what's going on. We can also add here cluster, and to do this correctly we can do find hyphen in this, if error, then subcluster, if this equal this, then keep this, otherwise we will put left of this comma line, and here we will replace this by -1. Okay. And we have the first one, and because we went alphabetically, except of what and how, which I done intentionally, because I wanted to have them on the beginning. If they building a cluster, then I want them, if they build a subcluster, I want to have them in a cluster. So we have everything here. And obviously we will not be working on this like that. We will now go and we will create a pivot. So first we will use groups. So we will use following way: group, and keywords. So you can see the hierarchy here: group, keyword, and vector. And into filter, I will put what, I'll put how, I will put much, maybe much on the beginning. I will put group size, I will put group count. And into value, I will put search volume, and obviously priority, which is the most important. And when I have this, I can sort. It's a bit bigger. I can sort by priority, largest to smallest, and inside that group also largest to smallest. Now, when we have this, we are almost ready. We can collapse and we can go into collapse. We will make this in a moment. We will do a bit of fonts and colors, but I wanted also to add these guys so we can see what's going on with the rankings. And obviously, by default, they are shown, they are presented as sum, and we don't want to have this as sum. We want to have this as average. So please take a look. Yeah, we have this done. We can open for a moment one group, and we can make sure that we are using here integer values. Okay. And obviously we are not interested in the situations that one of the website is ranking. We want at least 3 or maybe like that, 3 or more. Now let's add a bit of colors. And what we have here in group 83, voila, time tracker, time tracking software, time tracking software, time tracking, time tracking tool, and so on, and so on, and so on. But you can see that in group 83 there is so many keywords. We will not be focusing on all of them. We want only the most prominent one. And we don't want to look immediately on the search volume. We're looking on the priority. And we have these parameters, group size and group count. So group size, we will say, hey, show me only these groups that have more than one keyword, and group count is telling to show only first 5 most, let's say 5 in this example, prominent keywords. And now I'll open this. Then obviously I have a lovely plan for content marketing, and so on and so on. But someone can say, like right now, but what about this how and what? No problem. We can go here and we can say, show me only the one keywords with how to record hours worked, how much is harvest, how to log hours for work, how to track your time as a freelancer. Such a valuable data. What about how? What about what? What does time sheet look like? What is time tracking? What strategy is recommended for improving your time management skills? Moreover, you can click here and can see all the competitors that are ranking and all the pages that they are at. And now the best part is that you can go here and can say, I want to create a strategy for, let's say we have this time bro. For time bro, we go in here and we're saying, show me only these keywords where time bro is not ranking. And voila, time bro, which is here, does not rank on all these keywords which are here. Obviously, I can turn off filters, yeah, and so on, and so on, and so on. But then I can do one more thing. We can rename this and we can say multi-vector groups. And we can go and we can copy this and we can go a little different way. We will go here, subclusters. And here we will, instead of using groups, which in my opinion works better, we can use keywords and vectors, and then we can use clusters, and we can use subclusters. And obviously the first one is empty. That's our keywords that we not tagged, that didn't match to any cluster and any subcluster. And then we have here all the keywords that belongs to specific and very specific clusters. For example, app best employee time sheet. Probably here is only one keyword because it's very specific. But for example, here we will have all the app keywords with app, and so on and so on and so on. Of course, we can go deeper and we can say, now I want only the one that contain, let me just focus, that contain word clock. And you see, we can also go with keywords, and we can see here how many. This one is fantastic group, best time clock apps. And we can start creating content for best time clock apps. And then we can go here and say another one will be about free time clock calculator, time clock calculator free, and so on and so on. And then the next one will be about, let's say this one, quick book time clock. And then we can go into calendar. And we can reset this one, and we can say calendar. Outlook calendar plugin, ClickUp calendars, and toggle calendar integration, and so on and so on. So this is quite broad, but obviously this one will be much nicer. Google Calendar time tracking, Google Calendar time tracker, time tracking Google Calendar, and so on, and so on, and so on. And here it's only your creativity that is blocking you, or maybe that is not limiting you, but is just showing the ways, because the kung fu that you can implement here is limitless. You can go your own way. This is just the beginning. I can show you maybe one more thing that I'm normally using. This is subcluster depth, which is length of subcluster minus length of subcluster with substitute C2. This one. Oh. So we see here that there are two elements in subcluster, time and track. What I'm doing, the trick is that I'm counting how many minuses there is, and the formula is calculating this through length of subcluster minus length of subclusters without the hyphens. And then we can do the same with subcluster size. Count if this, comma, this. We know that there is 934 keywords which are tagged as time track. And now I can go back and I can say, okay, let's refresh. And I have two new elements. I will put this here, and this one I will put here. And subcluster depth, subcluster size. So let me do one thing. I will just turn off all these filters to show you how that will work. And now I can say, okay, lovely to see all of these things, but I want only the one that have between 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 keywords. Obviously, remember that it's changing, because here is match also, which is very important metrics, and I'm never using match 1 or match 1, 2, because I want to have this kind of very relevant keywords. So keywords that at least 3 competitors are using. And depth, let's say we will exclude everything with 1, 2, 3. Now if we'll open this, you see, best app to track employee hours, best app for tracking employee hours, best app to track employee hours, best app for keeping track of employee hours. And this could be this can be representing one article that we will create as a part of the content. And then again, we can say, now I want to do the content for weekly time block, or maybe even the big guy who is here, get harvest. Let's see if there is any keyword that get harvest is missing. So we'll go here and get harvest must be. Yeah, absolutely. There is plenty of keywords that get harvest is missing. So that was it. I hope you found this useful. Lucas Zalesny, SEO London. If you have any questions, let me know. Stay safe. Bye.